SkillUp English.
To speak with confidence, lead with excellence. Hey English listeners, welcome to the SkillUp English Podcast. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful skills in professional English, how to give a presentation in English. And honestly, this episode could change how the world sees you. So share it with someone who needs it and help our little podcast family grow.
Remy, let me ask you something. Have you ever sat in a presentation and just zoned out completely?
Oh, Ryan, more times than I can count. Like the speaker is talking, but your mind is already at lunch.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Giving a presentation isn't just about having good information. It's about delivering it in a way that keeps people alive and awake.
And that's what makes English presentations especially tricky, because it's not your first language, and you're already managing the language, plus the nerves, plus the content.
But here's the good news. Presentation skills in English are completely learnable. You don't have to be born with it.
Right, and today we're going to walk you through every single stage, from the moment you prepare to the moment you close and take questions.
Think of this episode as your complete presentation toolkit.
I love that, a toolkit. So Ryan, where do we start? Before the slides, before the stage, where does a great presentation actually begin?
It begins in your mind, honestly. Before you write a single bullet point, you need to ask yourself one question. Who is my audience?
Oh, that's such a fundamental question that so many people skip.
They skip it and go straight to Google typing presentation slides, and their talk ends up being a lecture for professors when they're actually talking to high school students.
Yes, I've seen that happen. The language is completely wrong for the room.
So knowing your audience shapes everything. Your vocabulary, your tone, your examples, even your jokes.
And I'd add knowing your purpose. Are you informing? Are you persuading? Are you inspiring? These are very different presentations.
Beautifully said. All right, so step 1, know your audience and know your purpose. Got it.
Now let's talk about preparation, because this is where the magic really happens, or where disasters are born.
Disasters are born in the preparation stage, or rather in the lack of preparation stage.
Exactly. You know, there's a famous saying, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin said that.
And it's so true for presentations. People often think, oh, I know this topic well, I'll just wing it.
And then they get up there and their mind goes completely blank.
Total whiteout. So let's talk about how to actually prepare. The first thing I always recommend is structuring your content clearly.
Yes, and a classic structure for any presentation is opening, body, and closing. It sounds simple, but so many people forget to structure it.
A strong opening grabs attention, a clear body delivers the message, and a powerful closing leaves an impression.
And for each section of the body, one main idea. Don't try to squeeze 15 ideas into one presentation.
Less is more, right? 3 to 5 strong points, well explained, are far better than 10 rushed ones.
And for each point, think about examples. Facts are forgettable, but stories and examples stick in the mind.
Oh, absolutely. Our brains are wired for stories. Always connect your point to a real-life example.
Now, should you memorize your entire script, Ryan?
This is a great question. The answer is no. Don't memorize word for word. Memorize your key points and your opening and closing lines.
Because if you memorize every word and you forget one word, the whole thing collapses like a house of cards.
Yes, house of cards. So instead, use bullet point notes, just key phrases to guide you.
And practice out loud, not in your head, out loud. There's a big difference.
When you practice in your head, it always sounds perfect. But out loud, that's when you discover the rough edges.
So practice standing up, speaking out loud, and if possible, in front of a mirror or a friend.
And time yourself. Nothing is worse than a 10-minute slot and you've prepared 25 minutes of content.
Been there. You're rushing through the last half and skipping slides like a madman.
All right, so you're prepared, you're standing at the front, the audience is looking at you. What do you say first?
Oh, this is so important. The opening. You have about 30 seconds to capture people's attention. If you lose them here, you might never get them back.
So, how do we open with power? Let me give listeners some really great English phrases for opening a presentation.
Yes, let's do that, because knowing the right phrases in English makes such a difference.
Okay, first one, start with a question. Something like, have you ever wondered why some people seem completely at ease on stage while others freeze completely?
Oh, I love that. It immediately pulls the audience in because they're thinking about their own experience.
Another powerful opening, a surprising fact or statistic. You could say, did you know that public speaking is the #1 fear in the world, even above death?
Jerry Seinfeld talked about that. People at a funeral would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy.
Classic, but it makes the point perfectly, and it makes the audience laugh, which immediately relaxes everyone, including you.
Another great opening, start with a short story or anecdote. Something like, 3 years ago, I walked into a board meeting and my hands were shaking so badly, I could barely hold the clicker.
Vulnerability, I love it. The audience immediately connects with you because they've felt that too.
And then you say, today I want to share what I learned from that experience. Boom, you have their full attention.
Now, let me also share some formal opening phrases for more professional settings. Something like, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today.
Or, it's a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak with you all today.
Or more directly, today I'd like to talk to you about something that I believe is truly important for all of us, and that is...
Now, one thing people often forget, introduce yourself clearly at the beginning. Don't assume everyone knows who you are.
Right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan, and I'm the head of communications at our organization.
And then tell the audience what to expect. It's called signposting, and we'll talk more about that later.
A simple signpost at the start, I'll be covering 3 main areas today, and at the end, I'll leave time for your questions.
See? Now the audience knows the map. They know where they're going. They feel safe and comfortable.
And one thing you should never do at the opening...
Oh, I know this. Never start with an apology, like, sorry, I'm a little nervous, or I'm not really good at presenting.
Yes, immediately destroys your credibility before you've even started.
Instead, own the room. Stand tall, breathe, smile, and begin.
Okay, let's talk about something that people seriously underestimate: body language and voice. You know, communication researchers say that only about 7% of communication is the actual words you use.
Wow, so what's the other 93%?
Tone of voice, about 38%, and body language, about 55%.
So even if your English isn't perfect, if your body language is confident and your voice is warm, people will trust you and follow you.
Completely. So let's start with posture. What should you do with your body when you present?
Stand tall, feet shoulder-width apart. Don't sway from side to side. It signals nervousness.
And don't cross your arms. That's a closed body posture. It signals that you're uncomfortable or defensive.
Instead, open posture, arms at your sides or gesturing naturally. It says, I'm confident and I'm here for you.
Now, eye contact. This is huge in English presentations, especially in Western professional settings.
Yes, don't stare at your notes the whole time. Don't look at the screen behind you the whole time either.
Look at different people in the audience. Hold eye contact for about 3 to 5 seconds per person before moving on.
It makes each person feel like you're talking directly to them. It's a powerful connection technique.
And for gestures, use your hands to emphasize points. But don't go overboard. You're giving a presentation, not conducting an orchestra.
I've seen some presenters where I'm genuinely worried they'll knock someone out with their hand gestures.
Controlled, natural gestures. Point when listing things. Spread your arms when talking about big ideas. Keep hands close when talking about something personal or specific.
Now, voice. The pace at which you speak is critical. Many nervous speakers rush.
They go from 0 to 100, speaking so fast that no one can follow, and their voice gets higher and higher.
The key is to slow down, deliberately. When you're nervous, you feel like you're speaking at a normal pace, but you're actually racing.
So consciously slow down, especially at the beginning. Let your words land.
And use pauses strategically. A pause after an important point lets the audience absorb what you said.
It also makes you sound more confident. Silence isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of composure.
Right. The best speakers in the world use silence like a superpower.
And vary your intonation. Don't speak in a monotone. A flat, drone-like voice puts people to sleep instantly.
Rise on questions, drop on conclusions, speed up for excitement, slow down for gravity.
And of course, volume. Be loud enough for the person at the back to hear you clearly. Project your voice.
And if you're using a microphone, don't shout, but speak clearly and don't whisper either.
All right, let's now get into the body of a presentation, how to actually organize your ideas and deliver them clearly in English.
So the body is where all your main content lives, and it needs to flow logically. You can't just jump from one point to another randomly.
Think of it like building a house. You need a strong foundation, solid walls, and everything connected.
I love that image. So in terms of structure, the most common and effective approach is the problem-solution model, or the three-point model.
The three-point model is, here's the situation, here's the challenge, here's the solution.
Or for an informative presentation, first point, second point, third point, with a clear transition between each.
And transitions are so important in English presentations. This is where non-native speakers often struggle.
Yes, you need to tell people when you're moving from one idea to the next. Don't just stop one idea and start another.
Let's share some great transition phrases that listeners can use right away.
Perfect. So to introduce a new point, you can say, now let's move on to, or the next thing I'd like to address is.
To add information, you can say, furthermore, or in addition to this, or not only that, but also.
To contrast ideas, say, however, or on the other hand, or while this is true, we also need to consider.
To give examples, say, for instance, or to illustrate this point, or a good example of this would be.
And to summarize or conclude a point, say, in summary, or to put it simply, or what this means is.
These phrases act like road signs for your audience. They always know where they are in your presentation.
That's exactly what signposting is, giving the audience road signs throughout your talk.
And signposting doesn't just happen in transitions. You can use it to remind people where you are overall.
Right, something like, so we've looked at the problem, now let's explore the solutions. You're orienting them.
The audience never gets lost when you signpost well, and when they're not lost, they're engaged.
And one more thing about body structure, data and evidence. If you make a claim, back it up.
Don't just say, social media is bad for teenagers. Say, studies from Oxford University show that, or according to a 2023 report.
Evidence builds credibility, and credibility builds trust, and trust means people listen.
Let's talk about something I find really fascinating, how to actively engage your audience during a presentation. Because a great presentation isn't a monologue, it's almost like a dialogue.
Even if people aren't speaking back to you, you want them to feel involved. You want them mentally participating.
So, how do we do that? First technique, ask rhetorical questions. Questions you ask that you don't expect the audience to answer out loud, but they answer in their heads.
Like, have you ever been in a meeting and thought, why wasn't I consulted about this? Everyone in the room is nodding.
Exactly. They're engaged, their brains are activated, they're with you.
Another technique, pause and let them think. After you've made a strong point, let it breathe.
Don't rush to fill the silence. Let the audience sit with your idea for a moment.
Third, use you and we a lot. Not I think or my research shows, but we all know this feeling, or you've probably experienced this before.
It makes the audience feel like they're part of the presentation, not just spectators.
Fourth, use humor carefully. A well-timed, appropriate joke can completely relax the room and bond you to the audience.
Key word there, appropriately. Never make jokes that could offend or alienate anyone. Keep it light and relatable.
Self-deprecating humor is usually safest, laughing at your own small mistakes or quirks.
Like, I actually rehearsed this joke 3 times this morning and it still doesn't quite land. So let's just appreciate the effort.
That's actually charming. The audience loves when you're human.
And fifth, interactive moments. Ask for a show of hands. Do a quick poll. Ask someone in the front row a direct question.
Something like, quick show of hands. How many of you have ever had to give a presentation in English as a second language?
Hands go up, now people feel seen, and you've created a shared experience.
And you can reference those hands later. Like, for those of you whose hands went up, this next section is especially for you.
Beautiful. Now you've built a personal connection with sections of the audience.
Ryan, I want to address something that I know every single listener is thinking about right now. Nerves. The fear of standing up and presenting in English.
Oh yes, this is the elephant in the room that every presentation coach eventually has to address.
So let me be honest, even professional speakers get nervous. The goal is not to eliminate nerves, but to manage them.
That's such an important reframe. Nervousness is actually just excitement that hasn't been channeled yet.
I love that. Same energy, different direction. So let's talk about practical techniques.
First, deep breathing before you start. Take 3 deep breaths before you walk up to present. It lowers your heart rate and calms your nervous system.
Second, power posing. Research from social psychologist Amy Cuddy shows that standing in a confident pose, like hands on hips, chin up, for 2 minutes before a presentation actually changes your body chemistry.
It boosts confidence hormones and lowers stress hormones. So strike a power pose in the bathroom before you go on.
Yes, in the bathroom. Nobody needs to see that.
Third, preparation is the cure for nerves. The more you've practiced, the more confident you feel.
It's like flying. The more hours a pilot has, the calmer they are in turbulence. Practice is your flight hours.
Fourth, remember that the audience wants you to succeed. They're not your enemies. They want a good experience.
They're rooting for you. Nobody wants to sit through a painful presentation.
Fifth, focus on your message, not yourself. When you're nervous, you're thinking about yourself. How do I look? Am I speaking well? Are they judging me?
But the moment you shift your focus to, what value can I give to these people today, the self-consciousness melts away.
It's the most powerful mental shift you can make. Go from self-focused to audience-focused.
And one more. In English, if you lose your place or forget a word, don't panic. You can say phrases like, let me rephrase that, or what I mean to say is, or simply take a breath and continue.
Nobody expects perfection. They expect authenticity and effort.
And those are 2 things you already have.
Let's pivot now to visual aids, PowerPoint slides, videos, whiteboards, and how to use them without letting them become a crutch.
Oh yes, the death by PowerPoint phenomenon. You've experienced it, right, Ryan?
Who hasn't? Slides crammed with 50 words, the presenter reading them word for word while you sit there wondering why you needed to be present at all?
Exactly. You could have just sent the slides by email.
The golden rule of visual aids in presentations. The slides support you. You don't support the slides.
Beautifully said. You are the presentation. The slides are just the backdrop.
So, practically speaking, keep slides clean and simple. 1 idea per slide. Large fonts, minimal text.
Use visuals, images, graphs, charts that reinforce your message. A picture genuinely is worth 1,000 words.
And when showing a new slide, don't immediately start talking. Give the audience 3 seconds to absorb what they're seeing.
That pause is so respectful of your audience's attention. They need a moment to process visual information.
And when talking to your audience, face them, not the screen. Don't turn your back to talk to your slides.
I see this mistake constantly. People pointing at the screen, talking to the screen, completely losing eye contact with their audience.
Use a clicker so your hands are free. Glance at the screen briefly, then turn back to face people.
And always have a backup. Technology fails, projectors stop working, slides won't load.
Always know how to deliver your presentation without your slides if necessary. The content lives in you. The slides are just a bonus.
All right, this is the part I know our listeners have been waiting for, a treasure chest of actual English phrases they can use at specific moments in a presentation.
Yes, let's do this systematically. I'll give a situation, you give the phrase, or we'll both contribute.
Love it. So, starting the presentation. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be here today. Good morning. I'd like to start by asking you a question. Let me begin by giving you a brief overview of what I'll cover today.
Moving to the next point. Now, let's turn to our next area, which is With that in mind, let me move on to, having covered X, I'd now like to focus on Y.
Referring to a visual or slide. As you can see on this slide, if you look at this chart, you'll notice that this graph illustrates the relationship between
Emphasizing a point, I'd like to draw your attention to, this is particularly important because the key takeaway here is
checking understanding. Does that make sense so far? Any questions about that before I move on? I hope that's clear. Feel free to stop me if it's not.
handling a question you don't know the answer to. That's a great question. I don't have that data with me right now, but I'll find out and get back to you. I'd prefer not to speculate on that. Let me research it and follow up.
Perfect. Never bluff. It damages credibility far more than saying, I don't know.
Recovering from a mistake. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Or, actually, let me correct myself. What I meant was,
Buying time when you need to think. That's an interesting point. Let me think about that for a moment. Could you clarify what you mean by that? I want to make sure I address it properly.
great stuff. See, having these phrases ready is like having a map in your pocket. You always know where you are.
Okay, you've delivered your content, you've been brilliant, but then comes the part many people dread even more than the presentation itself: questions.
The Q&A, because suddenly it's unpredictable. You can't rehearse every possible question.
Right, so let's give some advice on handling the Q&A gracefully in English.
First, welcome questions with warmth. Don't say, okay, any questions? In a tired voice like you're done and you just want to go home.
I know that voice, the please don't ask anything voice.
Instead, say, I'd love to open the floor to your questions now. Please feel free to ask about anything we've discussed or anything you'd like me to elaborate on.
It signals that you're genuinely available and interested in their questions.
Second, repeat or rephrase the question before answering. This does two things. It confirms you understood, and it ensures everyone in the room heard the question.
So, if I understand correctly, you're asking about, and then you answer.
Third, don't rush to answer. It's perfectly fine to pause and think. Saying, that's a really thoughtful question while you gather your thoughts is smart, not weak.
Fourth, keep answers focused. Don't go on for 5 minutes on every answer. One clear, concise response per question.
If someone asks a very complex question, you can say, that's actually a topic that could fill its own session. Can we connect after and go deeper on it?
Brilliant! That's both honest and gracious.
And fifth, what if someone asks a hostile or challenging question? This happens in professional settings sometimes.
Don't get defensive. Stay calm. A great response is, I appreciate you raising that. Here's how I see it.
Or, that's a valid concern, and I think it deserves a careful answer. What I'd say is,
It transforms a potentially adversarial moment into a discussion, and the rest of the audience respects that enormously.
we're now at what is arguably the most important moment of the entire presentation, the closing.
Because the last thing you say is the thing people remember most. It's called the recency effect in psychology.
Exactly. So you want your ending to be intentional, memorable, and clear.
A few ways to close powerfully. First, the summary close. You briefly recap your 3 main points.
So today we've covered 3 key things. First, how to prepare effectively. Second, how to structure your delivery. And third, how to handle questions with confidence.
Simple and clean. The audience leaves knowing exactly what they learned.
Second, the call to action close. You tell the audience specifically what you want them to do with this information.
So I encourage each of you, starting this week, to identify one presentation opportunity, however small, and apply what we've discussed today.
That gives the presentation a purpose beyond the room. It connects to real life.
Third, the story or quote close. Come full circle. If you opened with a story, return to it.
Remember the story I told at the beginning about my shaking hands in that board meeting? Today, that room is where I'm most comfortable, and I believe the same is possible for every one of you.
Full circle. It's emotionally satisfying and creates a sense of completion.
And always, always thank your audience at the end.
Thank you so much for your time and your attention today. It's been a genuine privilege to speak with you.
Or more formally, I appreciate your engagement throughout this session. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have further questions.
And then pause, smile, stand tall. Don't immediately start gathering your things or looking at your phone. Receive the applause with dignity.
You earned it. Own that moment.
Before we get to our vocabulary section, I want to spend a few minutes specifically talking to our listeners who are practicing English as a second language.
Yes, because there are some extra specific things that can really help you improve your English presentations.
First, record yourself. This is the fastest feedback loop you'll ever find. Record a practice run and watch it back.
It's uncomfortable at first. Most people cringe, but within 2 or 3 recordings, you start noticing things and improving automatically.
Second, shadow professional presentations. Find a TED Talk in English, watch it, then try to copy the speaker's rhythm, pausing, and emphasis.
You're not copying the words, you're absorbing the music of confident English speech.
Third, learn presentation vocabulary actively. Keep a notebook just for professional English phrases. Review them before important presentations.
Fourth, join a Toastmasters club if there's one near you. It's an international organization specifically designed to help people practice public speaking in English in a safe, supportive environment.
And fifth, don't aim for a British or American accent. Aim for clarity. A clear accent wherever it's from is far more valued than a poorly imitated foreign one.
Be proud of your voice. Clarity, confidence, and content. Those are the 3 C's of great presentation English.
I want that on a t-shirt. Okay, listeners, now it is my absolute favorite part of our podcast. We're going to look at 10 vocabulary words, idioms, and phrases from today's episode that you absolutely need to add to your English vocabulary.
And Rimi is going to give you the word, the meaning, and a sample sentence. So grab a pen. This is gold.
All right, number 1, command the room. This is an idiom that means to have a powerful, confident presence that naturally draws everyone's attention and respect when you speak. When Sarah walked on stage and began speaking, she immediately commanded the room. Every person was completely captivated.
Excellent. Very powerful phrase for professional settings.
Number 2, wing it. This is an informal idiom meaning to do something without preparation, to improvise at the last minute. I forgot to prepare my presentation slides, so I had to wing it and just spoke from memory. Luckily, it went better than expected.
A great phrase to know. You'll hear this one in offices and classrooms a lot.
Number 3, signposting. This is a key presentation term. It means using clear language to guide your audience through the structure of your presentation, like using road signs. Her signposting was excellent. She always told us which topic she was moving to, so we never felt lost during her 45-minute talk.
Listeners, if you remember one word from today for professional English, let it be signposting.
Number 4, captivate. Verb. It means to attract and hold someone's complete interest and attention. The speaker captivated the entire audience with her storytelling. Not a single person looked at their phone for the entire hour.
Beautiful word. Related adjective, captivating. It was a captivating presentation.
Number 5, credibility. Noun. It means the quality of being trusted, believed, and respected, especially based on evidence or track record. Using real statistics from reliable sources in your presentation greatly improves your credibility with the audience.
And the adjective is credible. Very important word in professional English.
Number 6, elaborate. Verb. It means to explain something in more detail, to expand on an idea. After his brief introduction, the manager asked the researcher to elaborate on the findings, so she explained each result in much greater depth.
You'll often hear, "Could you elaborate on that?" in meetings and Q&A sessions.
Number 7, rhetorical question. Noun phrase. A question asked to create an effect or make a point, not because you expect an actual answer from the listener. When the coach asked, Do we want to be champions or do we want to go home? That was a rhetorical question. He wasn't waiting for an answer. He was firing them up.
Rhetorical questions are incredibly powerful in presentations. Use them wisely.
Number 8, recency effect. Noun phrase, a psychological concept that means people tend to remember the last thing they heard better than information in the middle. Knowing about the recency effect, she saved her most important message for the very end of her presentation to ensure it would stick in everyone's memory.
This is why a powerful closing is so critical. Science backs it up.
Number 9, self-deprecating. Adjective. It means making jokes or comments that make yourself look slightly foolish or humble, often used as a form of warm, relatable humor. His self-deprecating opening, where he joked about being terrible at technology, made everyone laugh and immediately warmed up the audience to him.
Self-deprecating humor, used carefully, is one of the most likable qualities a presenter can have.
And number 10, open the floor. Idiom or phrase. It means to invite the audience to speak, ask questions, or contribute to the discussion. After concluding her main points, the director said, "I'd now like to open the floor to your questions. Please don't hold back."
Perfect phrase for Q&A sessions. Very professional, very natural sounding in English.
So there you have it, 10 incredible words and phrases. Command the room, wing it, signposting, captivate, credibility, elaborate, rhetorical question, recency effect, self-deprecating, and open the floor.
If you use these in your next presentation, I promise you, your English will sound so much more natural and professional.
Write them down, practice them out loud, and make them yours.
What an incredible journey through the world of presentations in English today. I've genuinely loved every second of this episode.
This is the SkillUp English Podcast, and we pour our hearts into every single episode for you. So if today helped even a little, please share it with a friend. Leave us a review and help our community grow, because together we learn faster and dream bigger. See you in the next one.